shaking them out, breaking them off, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, maybe the shoes, maybe the team, maybe the camp, maybe the crew.
Today, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. Michael Badgley set to kick off.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The former Ohio State Buckeye, Dwayne Haskins, ready to run the controls for the Washington offense.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
At the 28-yard line.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
He is good.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Nothing. Mike Badgley set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Back to the air. Haskins after the pick six. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
The tight end, the ball carrier.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
48-yard line.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Devin White on the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Now it's Haskins. Open man is Sims. He's got it.
Stevens.
And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 30. They'll run for the 1st time with J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7. Haskins gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
On the play.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well. Got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That 2nd down play nets a -4. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys to try and wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins, slant pass to Boyd. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Carried by number 27.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. Give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. It's their 3rd drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that 2nd drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
Brings up
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 47 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And the Washington offense heading out. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Haskins. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Taken down.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. is not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the... And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Justin Houston in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. And that's caught inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. Nothing conservative about that play call. You said earlier in the quarter you wanted to see them open things up, maybe take some shots downfield. There you go.
Yeah, and that one was successful. But even if they're not successful, when you take those shots downfield, they've got to back off a little bit, loosen up a little bit on defense, and give you a little bit more room if you want to run the football.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Haskins. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Again, it's Haskins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. Open man here, Sims complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Clock running as Washington will try and hurry up. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing again on second down. Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you get a brand-new ball game. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
At the 22-yard line.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw deep. He's got a man, complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. This is intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it first and 10. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? This kid.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Out of the gun now on third down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
Two things you can do in that situation. Run it and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And he goes out right around the 39. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be Washington football now with a first and 10. First possession of the second half now for Washington. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Dobbins running out of the gun. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's second and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Now Haskins on first down. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
At the Bucs' 30-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Haskins looking left side. That's caught by Landry. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
At the 19-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Third down, here's Haskins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Boyd. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. The kick by Bass is good. And it's 3-0 Washington. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, they just had to make it an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Bucs ready to take over once again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Well, I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams in the first.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
The second down.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
The throw taken in by Sims. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Second and goal from inside the 5. Now Haskins. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Steven Sims Jr., his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at FedEx Field. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now a man open down the middle of the field. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down.
A gain of 7. But it's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Being chased out left. He'll let one go deep for Howard. And no, it's incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And Washington will take control of the football. Great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Haskins. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins, and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And it really came together with a good week of practice.
At their own 25-yard line.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Recovered by the defense.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
Houston on the stop.
It was Justin Houston who got him down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
At the 47-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Ogunjobi on the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bucs' 22-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
The running back.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
They'll take over.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24, and they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
Today's finals, Washington 31.